Brother, sister, I know you want to book that trip to Cancun, but can you really afford it? Just because you have the money in your bank account does not mean that you can afford it. It means your company would basically deposit $5,000 into this account. This is basically free money, guys. Free money. You cannot build generational wealth with a 9 to 5. I don't care how amazing your job is. Even if you're earning $1 million a month, there is still so much more that that money you're earning can do for you. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how I plan to become a millionaire as a 26-year-old. So if you want to find out, stick around. Very quickly before we get started, if you're new here, my name is Eniola, but you can call me Eniss. I am a lifestyle beauty and fashion creator here in Toronto, Canada. I'm also very passionate about helping my audience level up, which is why you are here today. So if this sounds interesting to you, make sure you subscribe and yeah, stick around. Now, I know in today's society, what is termed being settled is getting a job, getting married, getting a nice house. Typically, when someone is in that place, they are settled. But for me, being settled looks so different. And I don't know how many of you can relate to this. So, off the top of my head, being settled for me means building generational wealth, being in control of my time. So, deciding if and when I want to work, never having to worry about money or bills or things like that. Being able to support a lot of people in need financially, that is something that is so dear to me, and I would love to do a lot more by the grace of God. So yeah, for me, that is being settled. Very quickly, let me know in the comment section what being settled means to you. Thankfully for me, both my parents have been avid investors for as long as I can remember. So I saw firsthand, what financial freedom looks like, what early financial freedom looks like. And it's something I want for myself. We had a lot of money talks, very many money talks early on, which I'm very grateful for now because I think I have a good relationship with money, which I know not many people my age can say. Honestly, if all this sounds new to you, the best time to start is now. If you are broke and you have $0 in your bank account, you can still get financial freedom. If you are a millionaire in dollars or pounds or higher, still keep watching. And if you're a billionaire, if you're a billionaire and you're watching this video, yeah, Ariana, what are you doing here? Please help me. Oh my God. I highly doubt that a billionaire is watching this video right now, but by the off chance, you should be the one advising me. But yeah, on a serious note, this video is open to everyone, whatever stage you are in your life. Okay, now let's get to business. Let's talk about how I plan to become a millionaire as a 26-year-old within the next few years. It's possible. The first thing that I'm going to be leveraging is my job.
No, God, please, no, no.
Yeah. I know how I started this video, but you still need a job to be able to save money and then, grow that money and have the money work for you, basically. So having a steady flow of income will come very useful. And the plan, of course, is to take every opportunity to amp up that income as much as possible. Now, if you're in a stage where your salary can only cover your immediate expenses, I would say that's okay. It's not the worst thing. Your focus should kind of be, trying to find a better paying job that would then give you more than enough income to save, invest, and all those things that we're going to be talking about. So next thing is, of course, saving. Now, before you roll your eyes and before you click out, come back. Saving is so important, guys, because if you do not save, if you do not have a good saving habit, it would be very difficult to invest. It will be very difficult to grow your money. And yeah, is that serious? I'm going to be telling you some things that have been helping me and some new things that I've started to incorporate to help my savings. So First thing is your mindset towards saving. So don't see savings as this inconvenience that you have to, take yourself through. Instead, see it as you building for the future. Have a more like futuristic mindset. Savings should be a lifestyle, and I think I'm confident enough to say that I do have that lifestyle of saving. In fact, my sister teases me that I do not enjoy my money enough, but I digress. Another major thing that is really helping me with saving is going back to my bank statements to see what I'm actually spending money on. Ladies and gentlemen, you will be shocked. After this video, please try it out. Go to your bank app, download your bank statement for the past month or two, and just go through the debits, go through what you spent money on, and you'll be shocked on what is actually eating your money. And it's the perfect way to start saving, so you know what you need to cut down on. If you're ordering a lot of food, like I was at some point, you know that you need to reduce that and maybe have a limit. So maybe you can say, okay, twice a month you will treat yourself to Uber Eats, depending on what is feasible for you and your savings goal. Currently with food, I mostly cook my food just because it's even healthier. I can't remember when last I ordered on Uber Eats. I rarely order on Uber Eats now. At some point I even had the app deleted because I did not have storage space on my phone, so it even made it easier. I was not seeing the app to be able to order. Another thing that was eating my money was transportation, Uber. Hey God. Because you would just be thinking, oh, it's just $10, it's just $15. Let me just take an Uber. But these things add up, guys. They actually really add up. Before we move on to the next step, brother, sister, I know you want to book that trip to Cancun. But can you really afford it? Just because you have the money in your bank account does not mean that you can afford it. Food for thought. I will just leave it there. If this applies to you, you know yourself. Especially if you are young, I feel like now is the time to sacrifice. There will come a time where you would go on so many trips. You will be able to buy so many designer items. But if you can just sacrifice a little bit. If you struggle with saving, try these two things. Firstly, create a budget. Open a spreadsheet, write down all your monthly expenses, that is rent, utilities, food, even miscellaneous, going to the movies, and then figure out how much is left off, how much can you save from that, how much do you want to invest from that. Next step would be to set up auto deposits with your bank account. Now I know most bank apps have this where you can automatically move money from your main bank account to your savings account or your investment account once your salary hits, so you don't even see the money to spend. Basically, one bonus point is you can join an accountability group. There's a bunch of savings accountability groups that you can join where you have someone that is guiding you and helping you through your savings goals. I know an influencer that has something like this. Her name is Rennie. Her handle is ExoRennie. I'll put it on the screen. I know someone that is a part of the group and has found it very helpful so far. Okay, now it's time for the meat of the conversation of how I plan to become a millionaire. The next two steps are huge steps that I am taking and also planning to take. First is investing. Honestly, investing is something that I've always been passionate about. I mean, if you're close to me, we've definitely had a conversation about investing. I've definitely told you about buying stocks, buying ETFs, and all those things. If you have made it this far to this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And please subscribe for more amazing videos because clearly you like my voice and you like my face. So to see more of it, subscribe and join the family. Thank you. So my plan is to really double down on my investments. I currently invest in 4 ways. I have a high interest savings account. I buy stocks, I buy ETFs, and I also recently started trading options. I know, I need to add that music because I know options is very tricky and very scary for people. But anyways, let me not start from the back. How would they say it? I'll leave that till the end. So starting from the top, a high interest savings account is basically like a regular savings account, but you earn interest on your money. So your money is not just sitting in your bank account, but it's actually growing as you keep it in there. And you have access to your money at any point in time. No one is, holding or restricting your use of the money. You can always withdraw it. So a recent change that I made was that I closed all my regular bank accounts. Yes. So I moved all my money over to high interest savings accounts. I currently use Tangerine. It has no fees on its checking and savings accounts and also has regular promotional interest rates that can be as high as 5% sometimes or even higher than 5%. So it's really good. There's a bunch of other ones out there. I'm just going to put a list of them here and you can just do your research on them, check them out. It's honestly been the best decision ever because I'm avoiding all those bank fees and still getting all the banking services that I've been getting before. Let me paint this picture for you. So imagine you have $10 in your regular bank account and as of today, the price of eggs is $7. By next year, or even, what am I even saying next year? By the next few months, in 6 months, the price of eggs can go from that $7 to $10. But the money you have in your bank account is still that same $10. It has not grown, it has not appreciated. So basically, in 6 months, you can barely afford eggs, as opposed to having a high interest savings account that was growing your money. So within my high interest savings account, I also have something called the TFSA. It's a tax-free savings account, which is basically as the name says. You get to save money, invest money tax-free. All the interest I'm earning from this account will not be taxed. Now, before you run and you pour thousands of dollars into your TFSA, you need to know that there is a limit placed on it by the government. The contribution limit for 2024 is $7,000, but the amazing thing about it is that it accumulates. So if you've been eligible for the TFSA since 2019, but you only started contributing in 2024 or you're just about to start contributing, you are eligible to contribute $37,500. This is a lot of money that you can save, invest without paying any taxes. If you don't already have this account opened, open it today. Moving over to the other investment accounts that I have, I currently invest with Wealthsimple, although I'm currently thinking of moving over to another broker. Within my Wealthsimple, I have a TFSA, which I use to invest. I use it to buy stocks in different companies. I also use it to buy ETFs. ETFs are exchange traded funds. This is basically a very secure way to invest your money if you're looking for low risk and also high diversification. An ETF is basically a basket of stocks that you can invest in by just buying that single ETF. For example, if you're buying a technology ETF, it would give you an opportunity to invest in a pool of different technology stocks. That's Apple, Amazon, Google. So they would help you invest in this variety of stocks. If you're in Canada, if you're in the US, even if you're in Nigeria, you can buy the stocks. There's some really great ETFs out there. I'm going to list a few over here. I'm going to put a link in the description for those of you that are in Nigeria and looking to invest in stocks, looking to buy ETFs and all these things I'm talking about, looking to make millions basically. It's a video that explains how you can invest in this US and Canadian stocks even from Nigeria. So yeah, going back to ETFs, I have a few of those, also have stocks within my TFSA account, tax-free. I also have something called the FHSA, so that is the First Home Savings Account. This is a recent development by the Canadian government to just help people that are looking to buy homes, become homeowners in the future. This is exclusive to those that are looking to buy their very first home. You can save money in here towards your home and it would be tax-free when you withdraw it. The only thing to note is that when you withdraw the money, you would have to answer a series of questions to prove that the reason you are withdrawing this money is to pay for your first home. So don't keep money that you are going to need in the short term within this FHSA. It's a bad idea. You pay tax. The next account that I have within my Wealthsimple is the non-registered account. This is a regular trading account and you pay taxes on your earnings within this account. So I use this account to trade options. Options are basically a right to buy a stock at a future date at a fixed price. It's a very tricky thing, honestly, because it's basically high risk, high reward. So you need to have a strong a strong risk appetite to be able to invest in options. And I would say spend enough time doing research, reading, watching a lot of videos that go into detail on strategies to use for buying options, how to select an option, how to read charts, things like this would really help you. I've been getting better in it and hoping to get better over time and be able to build significantly within the near future. The reason why I'm saying research before you go into options is that you are basically predicting what the price of a stock would be. By this date, this stock price would either be higher or lower. So if the stock, if you for example, if you predict that by this specific date a stock will be higher, but then it drops lower, you're gonna lose money. Yes, as opposed to just buying a regular stock where it goes high, it goes low. You can just wait it out and keep your money in there. There's no time limit, especially if it's not money that you need in the near future. Just forget it and leave it in the stock. Even for buying stocks, I do not keep money that I need in the near future in a stock because the stock market is very volatile. You don't want to be stuck, please. So one investment that I'm yet to make is really paining me because I need to take advantage of it, this year is the RRSP. So this is a retirement savings account where, you get to save towards your retirement tax free. In the US, this is called the Roth IRA. It's an amazing account that you can use for investment tax free. Another amazing thing about it that I only found out last year is that a lot of employers actually match your contributions to this account. For example, if your company is willing to match 100% of your contributions up to a maximum of 5% of your annual salary, and your annual salary is $100,000, it means your company would basically deposit $5,000 into this account. This is basically free money, guys. Free money. It's important to note that that means you have to have contributed up to $5,000 to the account for them to then match your contribution. So if you only contributed $3,000, it's $3,000 that your employer would match. That is still very amazing if you ask me. So if you're like me and you found out about this late, don't worry, it's not too late for us. We can still take advantage of that this year. So my last and important plan towards becoming a millionaire is something that I have been thinking about for a long time. It is something that I've explored, but it's something that I'm currently, still trying to figure out, which is finding another stream of income. Basically starting a business. There's a lot of people that have been able to start billion-dollar companies from scratch. Oprah, Jeff Bezos, or Tedola. There's so many people that have been able to start huge multi-million, billion-dollar companies. And one common thing I've found is that to be able to build a $1,000,000 or billion-dollar business, you have to be solving a problem. So I've started to think, what problem can I solve? What ideas can I bring to the table to contribute to the solution? Who do I need to partner with? Because a lot of times we tend to overlook the resources that we have around us in the form of humans, in the form of the people that we have. You might be really good with ideas, but you might not be really good with finances or numbers. And you have a friend that studied accounting or that is in the finance field. You can bring them on, tell them about your business idea, hear what they think about it, and come up with a plan that is mutually beneficial. I mean, of course, it's not everybody that you can just tell your business idea or share your plans with. Some people might not understand it, some people might even talk down on it, which is also part of life, but definitely thinking more about, putting myself out there more, networking more, and just growing more meaningful connections. Another thing is the business has to be scalable. So it has to be something that, can grow as big as anything, so something that is not limiting to just my surroundings or even my city. So yeah, I'm thinking something that can be scaled to go global. Yeah, so this is just me letting you in on some things that I've been thinking about lately, on my road to becoming a millionaire and maybe even a billionaire at this rate. You never know. So yeah, now is the time to farms me. Now is the time to subscribe, like, share, all those things, because before you know it, this channel will just take off. Also, I would say do a lot more research on just money. Read about people that have been able to grow successful businesses. Watch videos about them, watch documentaries. It would really like spark something in you. And I would also say regarding investing money, there's so many books, there's so many YouTube videos. If you don't like reading books as much or you get bored, you can watch a lot of videos specific to investing. They will tell you step by step how to buy a stock, how to buy an option, how to trade an option, what is a candlestick, how to read charts. There's specific knowledge on these things on this platform on YouTube. My content is not solely on finance, but I found that I actually do have more knowledge than I realized on this topic. So if you want me to talk a bit more about finance or the specific topics that you'd want me to go deeper on, let me know in the comment section and I will definitely put that into consideration. That brings us to the end of this video. I didn't get to cover every single thing that I am planning or working on, but these are just the major buckets. If you're also on a similar journey, let me know in the comment section. If you found anything I shared helpful or it just resonated with you, let me know as well. I would really appreciate the feedback. And yeah, I will see you guys at the top. Yes, that's where we're going. I went there. Yes. Bye.
I'm rich. Hey.